Welcome to Offstage with Jordan Baylor, where you'll discover the stories behind the movers and shakers in the entertainment and business world. Now here's your host, Jordan Baylor.
Welcome to another episode of Offstage with Jordan Baylor. It's so glad to have you back, or thank you for being here the first time. Today's guest is a treat, y'all. I have a New York-based indie singer, Ngan, who's a woman when you first meet her likes to play real small, real coy, real low-key. She doesn't really tell you what she has to offer. She'd rather show you. Ngan is a powerhouse of a woman who constantly pushes herself to do better and be better. She's just released her latest EP titled Venus after taking a 4-year hiatus from releasing her debut project, Smell the Roses. In our interview, we discussed the hiatus, how to manage your own independent career, and the keys to success if you have to take your career in your own hands. Because honestly, who knows what's better for you than yourself? So here I bring to you Ngan. Welcome to the next episode of Offstage with Jordan Baylor. I have the fantabulous Ngan on the line with me. She is an R&B singer based out of New York, and she's independent. She's self-managed. She's in control of her destiny, and she's been making great music out of New York scene for about 8 years now? You've been doing music?
It's like 10 years.
Over 10 years, yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, she just dropped her latest EP titled Venus. 5 or 6 track EP? It's short and sweet. I mean, it's got 2 songs. I literally can't stop playing. I'm in love with Cherry. I'm in love with Cherry, the song Cherry.
Thank you so much.
And, for the listeners who don't know Ngan, who is Ngan?
Okay, so I'm a Vietnamese Chinese R&B singer. I started songwriting when I was really young, and I just decided to, make it a real thing for me, manifest this destiny. What else? Yeah, I don't know. I've been doing music for a long time, but like 2014, I had an older project called Smell the Roses. Mm-hmm. And then I kind of went on hiatus because I didn't know how to gracefully accept all of the love I was receiving.
Wow. Why is that?
It just came really fast, and I just wasn't equipped. Like, I didn't know too much about the industry or the business side of music. So I had to slow it down, and also a lot of self-doubt. But after my whole journey, and I had my son in 2016, that changed my life. And I was like, no, I love music too much to let it go. So that's how Venus was created.
Okay. So how would you describe your music? Like, so you bump into somebody, how would you describe your music on the street for someone who's never heard it before?
So I would describe it as straight R&B, but it has, some neo-soul influences. I love jazz, but I don't think you hear a lot of the jazziness in this one. And Smell the Roses, a lot of that. But I just, fire, the flames emoji. Flames I don't know what I just put all the dopest tracks that I had on one project, and I was like, okay, here you go.
I like that. I love that. You just flame emoji. I have no words. Just flame emoji.
No, but honestly, it's all about, this project is really about love and, I guess, growth. I named it Venus because after the goddess, and it's just like fertility, love, beauty, and I feel like that personified what this project is all about. And, it's for the grown and sexy.
Okay. So you said something about like you got too much success too fast and you had to slow it down and basically learn the business.
Right.
How did you do that?
So basically I experienced really bad business with people. And it kind of taught me what I did not want and how strong I had to fight for what I believed in. So my whole thing is like, I want my freedom and I want creative control. And because I do everything organically and out of love, I expect that whatever, whoever I'm working with will want to do the same.
You've done, or you're doing currently, self-management like since the start of your career, and you've hustled your music on some like big, blogs and gained exposure that way. Can you talk about the challenges of it, or like the challenges of controlling your own career?
Yeah.
What kind of power comes with handling all yourself?
So the power, it's like dependent on my time, my schedule, what I feel is right for me, like trusting my intuition and, just being able to have that freedom to say, like, this is the time. Like, when I dropped Venus, I wanted it at, December 12th at 12:12 a.m. I'm going to drop it, and I didn't have anyone to be like, no, you can't. So that's powerful. So, like, when I feel like is the right time, I was able to do that, just calling the shots, calling the shots.
You just enjoyed that. You're a self-driven person then, correct?
Yeah, but the problems with it is that, like, it does take it would probably be easier with a team. Someone to organize my life, because I'm trying to balance, like, being a mother, working full time, also being a creative activist because I do work in the community, and then doing music.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot.
What kind of activism do you do?
Well, right now, I'm with a nonprofit organization, and I'm a co-chair for the art committee, and we throw events within the community. And I also do, like, a lot of family support within my community, because after having my child, I recognized there was, like, a high needs for families that were expecting. We don't understand that, like, there's a lot of perinatal mood, anxiety, stress disorders that are going on, and, like, postpartum depression, and, like, it's very, very important to have a good, like, a strong village to bring up this child, as well as the mother and father. So I do a lot of work in that realm.
So you do all this, and I guess it makes a big creative gumbo that kind of seeps into your music. I mean, do you see yourself telling stories from these women's perspectives or anything like that? Like,
right now, I don't know. I just know that you can't separate the two. You can't separate politics and being an individual. Like, you being alive is political. So
what does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
So the air you breathe, like, if you don't vote, like, how do I explain this? The air you breathe, the land that you're on, the food that you eat, like, you have a say in it, And even if you don't participate in what's going on, there's still a decision made on what's, like, how you're going to eat, how you're going to breathe, how you're going to drink water, like, all these things. So it's political, like, regardless of, like, you not participating, that it's, you being alive is political.
Oh, that's hot, dude.
Yeah.
That is quotable. You can put that on a t-shirt. Holy shit. Hold on, let me go to the next question. That was a deep ass answer. I like that.
Yes. Maybe I didn't say it right. I'm like, I can't even hear myself.
Trust me, it's hot. Trust me. Okay, so you're independent. You prefer to keep the keys to yourself. Do you want to jump to a major label? And what is some advice you have for people that want to, like, jumpstart their career?
I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what the label could offer me while allowing me to be free. So that's the only thing. Like, I see in a lot of, like, in contracts, like, a lot of people want control over your identity and your brand and things like that. And I'm like, oh, hell no. These are my images. This is my likeness. I'm me. Like, how could you take that and control that? That's weird. And then two, what else? They also want, like the whole percentages thing. I'm just like, oh my goodness. if you have a big team, I'm just like, okay, where is all the money going to? You know,
Yeah.
that's another thing.
I mean, what you think about that? A lot of people don't think about it. A lot of people just want to be like, you know what? I just want to go to the studio and I just want to make my music and I want to worry about the money later. I am an artiste. So,
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess you've taken on the persona of, I mean, it's not the persona, but you've taken on the mindset that, like, it's a business and a show. So I need to master both.
Right. And, like, I'm also trying to think of something sustainable for, like, me and my son. Like, you know, I want to be living good. And I don't, every time you keep breaking that percentage down, like, keep, you know, giving to someone, it's like that pie gets, like, it dwindles. And, like, I don't know if that is going to be sustainable later on. So what I'm looking for, if a label were to offer me something, I would have to have my freedom. I would have to have my creative control and my say. What else would I want? I would want to own my masters. Yeah. And then really you would have to do a lot. Like, I need to know, like, what you're going to offer me, because I could just do this by myself. I love music. I'll keep creating regardless. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
A lot of people never say that I can just do this by myself. Like, even with the power of the internet and you having access to SoundCloud and all these many different distribution, I mean, people don't even buy albums anymore. So it's like you have access. You can put your album on Tidal the same as a guy that's on Def Jam Records can put his album on Tidal. So it's
exactly.
Like, it's not really, that's no longer an alluring thing. Like, oh, we can put your album on. It's nothing. So.
And I think that, like, as long as you're authentic and, you know, you have fans that you interact with and you truly love and support them as well, you reciprocate that, like, your brand will grow naturally, organically. And you don't need to realistically have, like, millions and millions of viewers to, like, have, like, a stable income from this. I don't think. You know, you would need, like, what
is it saying? 1,000 true fans to make $100,000 a month. I mean, not a month, but a year. It's the same. Yeah. Like 1,000 true fans, and then, you know, it's not necessarily 1,000. It's gonna be more than 1,000.
Right. You know? So, like, something along those lines. But, like, you know, and then you just, yeah. So that's what I believe in. And the only problems to that, the challenges, is, like, okay, a lot of artists are broke. So, like, the funding part is, like, can be stressful. And, like, you know, the things that you want to do, you want to do things with quality. So that's another thing. It might take time to get to where you want to be. Yes. Like, for instance, I want to do merch. Right now I don't have merch. And the reason why is because, like, if I'm going to do merch, it's going to be so dope. The quality is going to be insane. And, you know, it's going to be a great product. So it's going to take time.
But so, I mean, with like, okay, on the merch thing, I got, like, so many ideas for that. Like, I got so many ideas of ways that you could do it for not. I'm
gonna need to get panties. Where are my panties at? Like, let's say that.
All of that, like, is a way, like, you could do it, and then it wouldn't necessarily cost you an arm and a leg to get started. You know, it might not be as a high profit margin, but, like, you just stack your bread until you can, you know, afford to. What is it? I mean, the bulk is so expensive at first. Yeah. Right. So, I mean, there's a lot of different ways you can get around that. A lot of different ways. So tell me about the new album. That's what I want to hear about. Like, how long did it take you to put this EP together? You know.
So, I think 2 of the songs were, like, my newest ones, and all the other ones are, like, old.
Okay, how old? Like, what is old to you? Because, like, old to creatives is different. Because, you know what I mean?
It's like 2015.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Why did it take so long to release?
I think it was, like, the whole engineering. Like, I didn't find, like a studio that I loved until I found Mike Vision Studios in Rockland County. It's in Garnerville, New York. And me and Jordan, like, we connected, and, like, he just understands me, and he deals with, like, a lot of my OCD, like, perfectionist behavior. And we worked so well, and I was, like, proud to be able to release that because it's, like, such great quality. And I think that's the missing piece. That was the missing piece.
That's what you felt kind of was, like, holding you back? Is that you couldn't find somebody I guess be the what is it the 40 to your Drake, I guess. Like,
yeah, somewhat. It was kind of like first I needed that space to be able to finish the song. Like, well, I don't know. When you're in like at home, like I could create beautiful things, but like when you're moved to a different space, like a studio, I don't know. Like your ideas change.
Maybe because it feels so professional. You know?
Maybe so.
Yeah.
And I just felt more confident after going to studio sessions. I was like, oh, it sounds good. Like, what else do I want to add to it? And then we just added to the old songs, and those were the final products.
So you just built. Okay, that's so cool.
Mm-hmm.
So as a creative, how do you know like the difference between a developmental song and like a song like I'm gonna put this on the album? Like this is album material. Because, I always hear about singers and they have like thousands of songs completed in the vault, and then they die and they're releasing like all these old archived songs. But I'm like, how do they, how do you know you've captured lightning in a bottle? Basically, is my question. Like, I don't know much about singing. Like, explain it to me. I don't know. I don't get it.
Right. Well, I don't know. It's just your intuition. You just trust it. Like, I went with my gut, and I was like, I sat on a couple songs and I was like, oh, by the way, like I showed Jordan because he was like, oh, you must have some old songs like somewhere. Mm-hmm. And I showed him some and he's like, oh, these are hits. Like, he was like, oh, what? He was so shocked. And I was like, yeah, but like the rough drafts are terrible. But like he was able to see like, oh no, we could make this like, this is going to be a hit.
Well, he's like a real producer probably because he can hear your formulated ideas. I mean, artists are so like insecure, so they'll play you something super dope and they'll be like, it's trash, but we can make it better. And you're like, yo, that's dope. And then, like I feel like you would kind of send me like rough draft ideas and you'd be like, it's trash. I was like, it's not trash. Like, chill out on their words, Like,
it was a work in progress.
Yeah.
A lot of work in progresses, but like it's great because like I knew it could be better, and like it was encouraging to have someone else be like, I totally see where you're going with this, because some people would be like, oh, it needs work. Like, no. Mm-hmm. But then he was just like, yes, let's record this. So that kind of support helped me to really be confident in the songs that I chose.
Okay, so I want to take a quick break to play the song Cherry. Can you set this up for the listener?
Okay, so Cherry is, it's kind of like a Uptown Funk, Bruno Mars vibe, but I'm talking about, you just got paid, it's Friday night, because I definitely got inspiration from that, and, you want to spend it on your love. So that's what Cherry's about.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, here is Cherry. we're back. Thank you so much. I mean, what did you guys think of the song? You guys came and answered. What am I talking about?
Right. I was like, well,
that was weird. All right, but my favorite cut, it's a tie. It's a tie between Cherry and Lonely. How did you find your new sound? Are those the new songs? Are they old, or what's the deal? I love Cherry and Lonely.
Cherry is an old song. Actually, Lonely is a new song, and Trippin' is a new song. Never Be. So there are 3. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those are my newest. Like I created in like 2018 into 2019.
Oh, okay.
I think it was the selection of beats that I chose, and then as well as, I guess, whatever I was listening to at the time and whatever I was inspired by. I think it was also my mood. Like I was very emotional, and I was trying to understand what love is like after having a son and like parting ways with my partner. So it's kind of like me starting and like dating again and like meeting new people and trying to understand what that transition would be like. Yeah, so that's what inspired those songs and my sound.
Yeah. It sounds like motherhood's like had a huge impact on you as far as like you as a creative artist.
Definitely.
Definitely, right? I mean, I guess it's everything you talk about, think about. How do you feel like it's changed you as an artist?
Well, it taught me that I have to learn everything all over again and be confident in the decisions that I make, understand that there are consequences to every action because my son is watching me and my son is learning from me. So I need to be mindful. I need to be aware. I need to be strong in what I believe in because he's going to be raised that way. And being an artist and being a mother, they're not two separate worlds. Like every person is multifaceted, and like in order to be your most authentic self, you need to combine all of these worlds together. Yeah, that's how I came about. My music.
Mm-hmm. I love that.
I'm exhausted. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm happy because after the release, I received so much love. I was like, this is insane. Like, I was reminded how much I'm loved and supported. And I was like, wow, like I need to remember that life is so abundant, And it was great. But then the next day, like today, I'm just exhausted. I'm like, that was a lot for me because there was a lot of anxiety, a lot of I don't knows what's going to happen after.
People fucking love you, yo. Like, you are one of those people, like, it's just like, oh, not how she's doing. Like, everybody always the exact same energy. You're just like a pure soul.
And I'm so surprised because I'm like, I wish I like
that's
sometimes
crazy.
I'm
You
in
don't
my
know
head too
that.
much.
Like, yeah, I guess so. Like, but you're just like one of those people. Like, everybody just wishes you well. You're like Pharrell, yo. Like, I've never heard nobody say nothing bad about him.
Right?
Like, you're right. Like you
and he don't age, so I hope I get that.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, you're just one of those pure people that people are just. Like,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Fuck with her. Like, I haven't heard about her. I haven't heard from her in 6 months. Like, if you call my phone. I don't care if it's like midnight. I'd be like, oh, it's not. Let me answer the phone. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I'm like, why? You guys are so good to me because, but I think it has, like, for me, it's just like I'm going through a lot of things right now, like personal things that like I tend to forget, like reach out to your support, reach out to your community. They're there. They love you. And yeah, after this project, I was like, yo, girl, you need to stop forgetting this.
Yeah, seriously, you got to connect more, man.
Yeah.
Drop more stuff. Give us some songs. I mean, you abusing us like Frank Ocean. You know what I'm saying? You giving us a project and then going ghost on us for like 2-3 years.
I need to heal.
Yeah.
It's a lot of healing. What do you say?
Yo, I was wondering, like, why do artists do that? I was talking to Annie about like Frank, and I was like, man, he gives. I mean, as a fan, I'm one of those fans that's like, I have to ignore Frank Ocean to survive, right?
Right.
Because like his shit's so good. Like,
right.
I feel like shit if he backs out or releasing a song or something like that, I'll feel bad. So I just like I put blinders on and I just like don't It's kind of like when I was reading Harry Potter as they were coming out, and she was putting delays on the books. I was like, you know what? I can't read these books no more. It's giving me too much anxiety.
Too much heartbreak.
Too much heartbreak. You know, she pushed the date back. I was like, oh God, I can't get a copy. So I just ignore her. So
why do we do that?
Yeah, why do y'all do that? Why y'all do us like that?
Because it's energy. We're putting so much energy into one project, and then when there's so many people that want your energy, it's kind of like, not that you guys are it's ill will.
We're leeches.
It just could be overwhelming sometimes, especially for an individual, because we need time to like kind of reboot, kind of like to go into hermit mode and kind of like figure things out within ourselves. And I think we need time. And you also have to understand, like, Frank Ocean, his work is timeless. So you can listen to his projects over and over again, and you have to appreciate that,
I can't play Channel Orange no more, though. I didn't wear it out.
Really?
If it was a tape, it would have been broke. Like, I'm done.
Right.
If it was a cassette,
I 100% agree.
Yeah.
I 100% agree.
If it was a CD, it'd have a bunch of scratches on the bottom. I can't do it no more. I'm done.
Yeah, but like, now he's releasing music, so just in time.
All right. Just when you get big, don't do us like Frank and send Drake out when we're expecting you.
Wasn't that Tyler?
Yeah, that was Tyler's show, but like everybody was expecting Frank to come out.
Yo, word.
Drake came out, which is like, he's still a great live artist. I've seen Drake live, and he was one of the greatest artists I've ever seen live. And
really?
Yeah, he was amazing live.
That's one artist I have not seen.
He was amazing. Yeah.
But I mean, like, Frank, no comparison, but Frank, like, that tape is broken. Yeah. So you have to understand, like, I've been tight too.
Yeah. I'd have been tight too. Okay, I like to play a game at like the end of the episode where it's just like a word association game where I say a word and you just kind of say the first thing that comes to your head. So I'm just gonna say. Oh boy. Yeah. All right. So the first word is beauty.
Self-love.
Okay. Self-love.
I'm gonna just stick with that. Yeah.
Security.
Being a Taurus, we like security, and just, I think, openness, vulnerability, kindness, all those words in order to create a secure atmosphere.
Winning. Community,
support, love.
A lot of people would never say community. I'd like to touch on that. That's pretty crazy that you say that.
Yeah,
that's like
it's
the
important.
First word, community. So you care about others and you want to see others win.
And also, like, it takes a village to win.
I'd like you to remember that as you're talking about your fan base. I'd like you to remember that. Like,
I know, I'm going to do that now. That's why I was like, subscribe to my website, because I want emails. I want to stay connected. I really want to build that community, and, I want to connect.
Okay. Independence.
Freedom.
Oh, that's literally the next word is freedom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next word, I think freedom is being able to know no fear.
Freedom is to know no fear. And last word is control. What does that mean to you?
Control. Speaking your truth, being firm in your beliefs, having faith.
I love that. How can the people find you?
You can follow me on Instagram at Ngan, 4, and then Prophet, Prophet. I'm streaming on Apple Music, Spotify, and I'm on SoundCloud under as Digital Girl. I'll change that soon. But DIGITAL.
And I'll put her music in the show notes.
Yeah. Yay.
Yeah.
We're done. That's it.
Thank you for listening to Offstage with Jordan Baylor. Now go forth and create.